Hey guys, this is the Cake Boss coming to you from Chester, and what I'm about to show you is a sequence cake that I never done before, but I did plenty of research and I am going to do it for you guys. I'm going to learn as you guys watch, and I'm just stirring up my gold for the sequence just to have everything ready. So you need your gold with some lemon juice or lemon extract. I have piping gel sitting in front of me, and over here we have sequence, and I have some brushes here that I have, and I am going to do this with a 12-inch cake. So this is just piping gel by CK. So you want to take your brush and you just want to give it a nice coat of piping gel, and I already started going around. Now on the top, because it's going to be a layered cake, I measured where my tier is going to go, so I know just how far to go up with the piping gel. So like I said, guys, this is my first time doing it, so I'm going to do it in front of you guys and we're going to learn together. So make sure you got a good paintbrush, because this one is, I just bought it from Michael's, and I guess it wasn't the best one because I'm starting to get some bristles. So just make sure you get a nice one, and you want to make sure you got it all covered, because you're going to have to go over if you don't, and you'll be able to tell because your sequence is not going to stick. So I done already started doing that part. So let me stand up here so I can do it. And I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna try to do it with my left hand. So you take some sequence and you wanna give it a good coat, and it is kind of messy. It would be better if I did it with my right. So, and trust me, they're gonna go everywhere. So you want to add parchment paper, whatever you need to get them to stay. You want to apply some pressure. So make sure you're doing this when your cake is cold. You gotta do it this way. I'm making a mess. But here we go. You want to try to get it all over. And don't worry if you see some spots, because we're going to go over that once we get it all covered. So this is a pretty big cake, so make sure you have all your sprinkles and stuff. Grab some more. You want to make sure they all at the bottom. Cover as much as you can. And then once we go around the whole cake, we're going to see where we missed the piping gel, and then we're just going to go back over it. So you're going to have sequence all over your kitchen when you're done with this cake. So, but it's going to look absolutely beautiful once you're done. So as you can see, I'm just applying them, and you want to do it with a heavy hand to try to get them to stick. So just apply a little pressure, and I can see some blue. So, and we're going to paint it, so you're not gonna see none of the blue. I could have actually covered this cake white and you wouldn't even tell the difference. So it's coming along. So I'm gonna show you one more, and then we're going to speed it up. So, in the top, I'm just going to go just over, just like that. Smash them down on top, bring them like so all over my top. And when I come back, I will have the rest of this done. So I got all this to go. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm back. And I finished putting the sequins all around the cake. And I even went on and started to paint them. So you can see that I started to paint them. And I'm going to tell you, like I said before, this was my first time doing a sequence cake. So I decided to do this, you know, in front of everyone, to record myself. Because I watched plenty of videos on how to do this. And I was so eager to do it. I thought it was so cool and so neat. I actually thought it was going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that it was not. And I'm going to explain why. When I put on the sequins, they kept falling off. As you can see, it's spaces in between. Let me get you. It's like spaces in between. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. How am I going to get it to work? So, I'm going to tell you that it does work, because once you go and paint on it, you won't even tell that it was a space there. As you can see, I'm painting and I can cover the spaces where they don't lay. And it took me about a good 20 minutes to figure that out. So for you guys, when you start to do it, you're going to get a little nerve-wracking, because as you start to paint, watch, they're going to start to fall off and you're going to lose a lot of them. But it's okay, because your paint will, you know, cover. See, some of them are coming off. But just kick them off your board and keep going. As you can see. So I did do majority of the cake, because this is a 12-inch round and it's pretty big. And I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch me paint little confetti. So I thought I'll just show you some of it. So you're going to lose a lot. You want to make sure you get really, you know, down in there, because you don't want none of the color showing. So, and you can clean up the board later, which I'm going to have to clean this board. Now this cake is going to be a 3-tiered cake, and I was going to do another tier with sequins, but I'm going to opt out of that because it's a lot of time. It's a lot of sequins, and it is a lot of gold that I am using. So I'm going to change my design. And of course I will have a video of the cake at the end so you guys can see it. And I'm just moving these gold things along, making sure I get, you know, all the way in there. I don't hate for anyone to see any pink or yellow or orange, so we're going to make sure we give it a nice gold coat. I didn't do the top yet because I'm going to show you that they're just going to start flying off. So I do have some on my board that I would just wipe up, but you want to make sure you're generous with your gold, because if you make it fluent enough, it will, you know, run in between the creases and kind of get to the fondant. Because remember guys, my fondant is blue. So the previous videos that I have seen where their fondant was white, I was a little hesitant to do mine's white because I didn't know if it was going to show, what was going to happen. So I went with the color that the cake is supposed to be, which is golden blue. But as you can see, you can't see none of the blue. So I guess you could use white. Just make sure you get the gold in every spot so you can't tell what color the cake was. So we almost done. So almost, and then I'm going to show how I do the top. Well, how I did the top going around the other side. So we're almost there, guys. I guess if I had a bigger brush, you know, this would have went a lot faster too, because, you know, the more areas that you can get to, the better. So I'm just going to brush some off. Okay, let's see. Move this up. It is a very, very pretty effect. I love it. But I don't know if I would want to eat this. So, I don't know. For each his own. So, some is going to start to fall because it's a lot on this area for some reason. I guess that's where they all fell. But, again, you can just take your brush and knock some off. See, it's falling. Move them around a little bit. Make sure you get them all colored with your gold and in your spots. I even take the brush and I just go like that to get it in between and make sure you see no blue and no colors. So we're gonna go to the top and some are gonna fall. Like they just start moving all over the place. Let's see if I can get you to look. So, and they're gonna move, but you're just gonna stay consistent and just paint right over them. Got to get a little rough with them, guys. Let's see. Get you guys to move over. So it's not bad for my first time. Let's get this board over a little bit. Had a blue spot there, not anymore. Oh, one fell. One bit the dust. And once you're done, I just suggest that you go over and you look and you make sure that you don't see any other color but gold. So I'm just gonna, I move my brush all different types of angles because I want to make sure that you can't see anything. So if you do that, then it's kind of hard to hold the camera and paint. Hopefully I'm getting it and you guys can see it. Let's turn this around. And let's go right here. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I was all over the place. Sorry, guys. So we just got some stragglers. We'll just move them right along. Move them right in. Remember, I made a border where my second layer is going to go. So kind of got that mapped out. Let's see if I stand up. Okay, so it looks like I got them. Where we at? Here we go. Pretty much painted around the top. And I'm gonna give you a look-see of the sides to make sure. Now I got some just not cooperating. And like I said, if you see any blue, just take your paintbrush and kind of like paint it. Let's go. Oh, we have a whole section over here that we didn't even do. So let's, yeah, we're gonna get some falling. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do the top because they're just like sliding around and making way, and but just hang in there and really, you know, give it a nice brush. Again, move your stragglers in. Hope you guys can see this. Right here, I'll move it this way. Hold my camera like so you can see. And this part right here, where I'm painting, you're really not going to see because my other cake will be sitting on top. So it's okay if we get some, you know, on the outside of this blue here. It looks pretty. Looks pretty. Move you guys in. I think this is the last little bit. And then I'm going to check around the cake to make sure that I don't see any color. See a little orange, a little yellow there, a little blue. See some green. And all I'm going to do is just go like that and just poke it if I see it. Just like so. That was a purple one. So almost. That's purple right there. So I'm just gonna go like this all the way around just to make sure we all on the same page. Looks pretty. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna sit you back down. Sorry for the finger. And look down from this angle. Let's see what we got. Again, I'm just going to poke at it. Just to make sure we got everything. And it's starting to dry. Ah, I see some color. So that's the biggest thing. You just want to make sure you don't see any color. So just go back over it. Yep. I'm gonna show you guys something in a minute. I just seen something. Okay. Where are we at? We right there. Okay, so when I was telling you guys that it's okay if you got spaces and gaps, that's because, I don't know if you can see this right here, that's a gap. But you really can't see it, and you can always just move your brush and move your confetti right around. So now you can't tell. And I'm making more, so just move it around like so. You can't even tell it was blue there. Make sure you clean up your board, go around it. We're still checking to make sure everything is covered. Everything looks to be in order. I see some green, so we'll handle that. That's pretty much it, guys. And I showed you how to do how I did the sequence cake, and this was my first time, so I'm going to clean up my board, get all the excess off, wipe a little bit of gold off my board, and start to stack my cakes. Hey guys, this is Keisha, and this is the finishing product. So I'm going to start with telling you that I'm the cake boss of Chester, and here is my cake, the finished product. Previous, I showed you how I did the sequence look. So this is what it looks like, and I just seen a glimpse of yellow, but it's okay. That's why I said make sure you go over it and you look around to make sure everything is covered. So we did the quilting pattern with some gold rages. We just left the top plain. We have some gold roses, and I did steam this cake. That's why it's so shiny. So I'm going to tell you that this cake is pretty big. It is a 12-inch, as I said before. And I covered it with the blue fondant from Wilton. And I used a little, I think it was like pastel color sequence. And we just used the edible glue by CK, we'll call piping gel by CK. And we stuck them on, as you've seen. Now the top tier is 2 9-inch dirty ice, and I stacked that together, use the same glue, and I used my quilting pattern to get that look, my little gold rages. The top tier is 2 6-inch, also covered in the same glue. Now these roses were white, and I used the same color that I did my sequence with, and I painted them so they be the same gold. So that's the look. And these roses is made out of gum paste. So here's the finished product. I think it came out nice for my first time doing the sequence look. Again, guys, this is Keisha, come see from out of Chester, and they call me the Cake Boss. You guys can find me on Facebook at JJ Sweet Tooth, or you can type in Cake Boss of Chester. Also have a website, jjsweettooth.com. You can shoot me a message. Let me know what you think of my cake, guys. As always, thanks for the love and the support.